Hi guys, what's up? How are you? Welcome to my channel. We're gonna do a fun topic today, and that topic is gonna be who are you really? Alrighty, and we're using my favorite deck, the Afro Goddess Tarot. One of my favorite decks. Okay, but yeah, I hope you guys are doing good and stuff. Happy Monday or Tuesday or whatever day you see this. And that's the end of my announcements. Who are you really, group number one? The Hanged Man. You could be very, very patient. I honestly feel like people, one of like your main qualities is the amount of patience that you have. I do feel like there are energies who aspire to be as patient as you are. You could be a very kind energy, very loving, almost like this motherly energy that I'm picking up. Okay, you could be a nurturer, you could be a caregiver, a very heart-centered individual. Okay, but you're also extremely patient with yourself. You're patient with your projects, your creative pursuits, with pursuing certain avenues in regards to your career and your finances. Okay, I also feel like you guys are patient when it comes down to getting to know someone or truly figuring out who people are. Waiting for the answers to come to you at the right time. Something about you is very, very aligned in that regard as well. And you could also have a very trusting relationship with the divine. Okay, so within this, you being patient about like getting to know people, discovering their true colors before you decide to move forward, especially when we're talking about involving other people in the field of your finances, where your time, your energy, and your effort is being placed as well in certain relationships. And because you do tend to move slowly, you could be a Taurus, you know, or a turtle, because, you know, I got that slow energy. But, you know, look at the spiritual meaning of a turtle, okay? Because I don't know it, but I just got that kind of vibe. But yeah, it's like you, oh, look, he came. I said, what if this thing come fly on my table while I'm doing the cards? And look, you guys got the ladybug. That's good luck. Look at you, good number one. But he gonna have to move about here. Yeah, so I feel like you're very, very wise and very careful with where you place your investments and how those things can impact you in the long term. I also feel like that's something that's very important to you, and that's why you tend to take your time. Okay, the Seven of Swords, I'm not feeling like that is you necessarily, but I do feel like that's speaking on your discernment and your ability to detect deceit coming from other people. Okay, who are you really? And the ladybug landed on the Hanged Man. I don't know if that means something. You could be a powerful healer or a shaman, you know, or you could be someone who's deeply meditative. You could participate in like a daily ritual of meditation, or you tend to keep up with your schedule that way as well. Some of you guys could do yoga as well. Or like Tai Chi, because you know it has to do with like the slow, like the slow movements, but it's also very, very like intentive. Is that a word? Yeah, you move slowly, but you move with intention at the same time. Okay, the Magician energy, you could be a Gemini, you could be a communicator, you could also be someone who's very, very balanced in all four of the elements: earth, wind, fire, and water. Or you know how to like steer certain energies in order to achieve certain results here. You can have a very powerful mind as well, or have the ability to manifest just purely from your thoughts, you know. With this temperance energy as well, you could be soft-spoken or very, very like gentle in the way that you treat people, the way that you handle other people. I feel like you do take into consideration the ways in which you can, ooh, it's on the candle, it's gonna burn. Ooh, see that? Sorry y'all, it's distracting me. I don't know what's going on with my voice right now, but yeah, I feel like your words could be very healing to others. The way that you consider their needs, the level of empathy that you're able to have with others could also be very, very healing to them as well. I feel like you make people feel understood, or you make them feel validated, you know, and then within that, there's also an air of healing as well, okay? Some of you here could be some kind of a counselor as well, or people could just feel comfortable talking to you, or the conversation that you're able to provide could be very healing to people as well, okay? Who are you really? This ladybug is so distracting. It came back. 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the Devil. You could have an energy of divine protection around you. And I feel like there's energies outside of that who do kind of want to break through your barriers that you have, or, you know, the level of protection that you have around you as well. I do feel like people may have the tendency to become overly obsessed with you because you guys are so zen, because you're so peaceful, because you're so calm, you know. And these energies which may have tried to antagonize you in the past, or to like ruffle your feathers, or to get on your nerves, or whatever the case, it's like they feel ignored by you, you know, or they feel like you don't see them, or they feel like you're not acknowledging their efforts to antagonize you. And they find that very, very irritating. And I also feel like it kind of gives them like the juice to kind of try to amp up, you know, the attacks or the attempts, you know. So that's also where I feel like the obsession comes in as well. You know, it's this obsession to like get you out of your peaceful state, or, you know, to show like, you know, poking a bear, like, oh, look, this is who they really are. They're really this angry, loud, aggressive, you know what I'm saying? But that's not who you are at all. But I do feel like there may be energies who are trying to control a narrative around your image. And I don't think it's working, okay? So they could be becoming frustrated with that as well. Get off of my card before I name you Larry. I'm just gonna leave that there. These energies who may be consistent in trying to antagonize you, there's also sexual interest there, or you may find yourself being approached by energies that don't really level up to you or match to you, which you guys could be declining offers or not really giving these people your attention either, okay? And they find that bothersome. I feel like you guys could be quiet, or you could not be much of a talker, or you could prefer the silence, you know, or you prefer to be around people who you can be around in a comfortable silence. You could be a Goddess of Cups, a Queen of Cups, a water sign, Yamoja. I got Yamoja before I started this reading, so you could have some sort of ties there, or to mermaids, or to water deities, or you guys could really like to eat a lot of seafood, okay? The ocean could be your happy place, or that's your place like where you recharge, or where it's easier for you to come back into yourself. to find peace, calmness, and healing. Water could be very powerful for you, or it could be something very, very significant for you as well, okay? Some of you guys could sing very well. You could have a beautiful voice, because I'm getting Ariel. I just saw Ariel in my head. Who are you really? In the Hierophant. You guys could be very dedicated to your beliefs. You could be very dedicated to like the divine or your divine path, to your religion, your belief system, or a community that has the same beliefs as you. You know, like if you guys do go to church, you could be like you know, a pillar in your church or a pillar in your community, or you know, you could have very, very many people who believe in the same thing as you guys, whether it comes to religion or spirituality, because we both know it's not the same thing, but they can kind of cross sometimes as well. But I feel like you are seen as very, very strong and very firm in your beliefs, and it's something that you cannot be shaken or stirred from as well, okay? It's not easy to manipulate you. It's not easy to bend your mind. I feel like you guys learn from your own experiences, and you develop your beliefs off of those experiences, which is why I'm getting this energy of you being very, very sure, very confident in your beliefs, okay? Whatever that could be, okay? I did mention your moja before, so you know, you guys could have some sort of like Yoruba roots, or you could practice Santeria, whatever the case is. Your deities support you, you know, they're very, very loving energies around you. Or you could like, I feel like they really, really love being around you, you know what I'm saying? Like if you guys do communicate with your spirit guides, it's this energy of them just always wanting to be around you, because your energy is so high vibrational, you know, because your vibe is so positive, and it's easy for them to communicate with you. If you're a water sign, you guys could also be intuitive as well, or you know, you could be like a channeler or have some sort of gift centered around that as well, okay? So yeah, I'm gonna stop. I'm not gonna go all out today, you guys, like I usually do. I'm gonna keep it short and sweet, but I hope you enjoy this reading. Let me know. I appreciate you. Look at Fred. What I said his name was Larry. Larry the ladybug. All right, I get distracted easily. I hope you guys enjoy this reading. Let me know. Don't forget to like this video. I love you so much. Thank you guys for supporting my channel this far, and I look forward to growing with you guys. Yay. All right, bye. Hi, group number 2. What's up, guys? How's it going? How are you guys today? I hope you're doing well. I'm telling you right now, we're like almost 2 weeks in January. That's really crazy when you think about it, because it just feels like New Year's was like 2 days ago. I think this year is gonna go by fast because of the way it's starting off already. But yeah, we're gonna be looking at Who Are You Really? Okay. We're using my Afro Goddess deck, which is like 20 bucks on Amazon. There's no gatekeeping around here. Who are you really? You could be held in high esteem. You could be held in high honor. Okay. I feel like you've shown and proven to have sound judgment and a balanced perspective. And you've also shown and proved to be extremely honest and forthcoming as well. Okay, so right off the bat, I'm getting this energy that your judgment is trusted, your perspective is trusted, because you've shown and proven yourself to be able to be trusted, okay? Let me get my braid out the way. I got a King of Cups. This could be you guys' energy. With the King of Cups, the water sign, you may possibly be a masculine who's very, very balanced in his emotions. But if you're feminine energy, this could be speaking on the balance within you between your masculine and your feminine, okay? It's like you know when to use certain sides when it's necessary, you know when it's time to use your emotions and when it's time to use your mind, because the masculine would be considered, you know, the mind or the air, and the feminine would be water, okay? Water, feelings, emotions, the works. Who are you really? You could be someone's dream come true. You could be a wish fulfillment to this King of Cups if you are feminine energy. Or this masculine energy could view you as like his soulmate. This person may have a very, very deep love for you that, you know, they're very fluid in expressing. This masculine energy wears their heart on their sleeve when they they wear their heart on their sleeve when it comes to you guys, and they're not ashamed of their feelings, okay? If you do have a partner, because I got that 9 of Cups there, so yeah, definitely. Who are you really? Why are we 8 of Swords in? Four of Wands. Scared? Are you scary? You know what? You guys may have some sort of fear around relationships, intimacy, sex, you know, closeness, or being vulnerable with other people. This could be due to bad experiences. We have a visitor today. This is Larry the Ladybug. He's just all over the damn place. But ladybugs are lucky, so I guess we're lucky today, you guys. What is this on my card? Oh, it's just saliva. Yeah, so you may have a fear centered around, you know, relationships or being vulnerable, or like giving yourself completely to a situation. This could be due to your past, or this could be due to like experiences that you've seen other people go through in relation to marriage, okay? So this could either be you guys that have some sort of fear centered around commitment, connection, or this could be this masculine energy who is a bit like intimidated, afraid to talk to you, afraid to reach out to you, or it could have been in the beginning of you guys' relationship. They could have been a little bit intimidated, okay? I know we're saying who are you. A lot of times I can get off subject depending on what cards come on the table, but that's neither here nor there. You guys could be in a 4 of Wands. You could be in a commitment already, in a loving home or loving community, very supported and very, very balanced as well. Or you and this person could have shared like beliefs. I did recently get like a new interpretation of the 4 of Wands, which does have to do with the elements, or being able to maintain like a stable foundation based on like the more positive quality of the elements, right? So yeah, you guys could be like in a happy home, happy marriage, happy relationship, or a harmonious community, okay? Who are you really? Also, this could speak on how you feel about yourself internally. You could have come into union within yourself, or you could be very solid in your self-love, and you know who you are, and the way that you feel about yourself, and the way that you talk to yourself, and the way that you treat yourself. You know, you are very, very kind to yourself. You give yourself grace. You know, you give yourself space to make mistakes without beating yourself up, okay? You guys have a very strong relationship inwardly. You could be a Queen of Pentacles. Could be a Queen of Pentacles, you know? Very solid, very stable, very secure. Something you're invested in could be very promising as well. or you could have some sort of like guaranteed financial avenue. I wanted to say another word, but I got a 10 of Swords, Page of Wands, Ace of Swords, 10 of Wands. I am going to clarify that because I kind of have an idea. Why is the 10 of Swords here? 2 of Cups. See, okay. So there, if you are being offered like a new opportunity to enter into a partnership, a part of that 8 of Swords, or what's like holding you back, or what's keeping you like afraid to move forward, is that past betrayal or past hurt that you've been through. So you guys could be working on releasing these things, or you could need to, okay, because there could be certain energies that you're still like carrying within your body that you need to transmute or to release or to identify, so that you can transmute those things as well, okay? So yeah, some of you guys are holding on to some sort of pain here. Even though you do have the truth about a situation, it's like you let the betrayal weigh you down, okay? And that could also be something that's like presenting itself as a blockage in your romantic life, is the past, all right? So if you guys are ready to move on, that's something to take note of. Sometimes we carry things in our energetic bodies that we don't even know are there. Okay, healing is constant. It never ends. Who are you really? And this 4 of Pentacles is kind of confirming what I said, that energy of being like stuck or stagnant or stubborn when it comes to releasing certain things, especially if you feel like you have been betrayed by someone, you know, or it's something that's very, very hard to get over. It could be a process that you guys are presently, you know, working your way through, and there's nothing wrong with that. Who are you really? You know, it's like, even though you've gone through things, I feel like people would never really guess that you've been through such difficult like obstacles or painful transitions, because the way that you carry yourself is like so balanced, you know. You come across as somebody who has all their shit together. You come across as somebody that has all their ducks in a row. You know, you present clean, and like you come off as like very, very organized, or having everything together, or being the emotionally stable one, you know. But there could still be things that are like coming up, or things that are messing with your mind, or, you know, scenarios, situations that you could be playing over and over in your head and kind of reliving those hurtful emotions and feelings, okay? But yeah, I feel like you know, you're classy type, you know, or you carry yourself with pride, okay? And you guys could also be like a loner as well, or, you know, you prefer your solitude, or you tend to get like overly stimulated when it comes to interacting with people. Like me, by the time Friday hits, I don't want to talk to or see anybody for at least 2 days. Like, I'm not even playing around. Like, stop talking to me. You guys don't ever get like that? You might. But yeah, you could also be an intuitive. Your third eye could be open as well. I'm picking up on that as well, okay? You could be like a truth seeker, or a researcher, or you could read like a lot of spiritual text, or you could be the type to like dig for answers when it comes to spirituality and self-discovery and understanding everybody else. And you know what I'm saying? You guys could read a lot as well, or you could be very well studied, okay? Or you could enjoy like learning things, or growing and evolving yourself as a soul here. All right, with this Queen of Cups energy, this Goddess of Cups, I do feel like you guys are givers, you know. You're extremely loving. Your arms are open, you know. You could be very charitable to those who need it. You could have an affinity towards children as well, or you could prefer the company of kids. You could have a career centered around, like, you know, caretaking or being around younger people or being a mentor or a teacher, something like that. Because you have such like a pure heart, you could prefer to be around other energies who are as pure as you are, which typically tends to be children, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna stop. Wait, should I stop? I'll give you guys a work card. Who are you really? The Hanged Man. It could be the silent type, you know, or it's like you like to explore your own mind, or you could have a tendency to go within for the answers, or, you know, your inner voice is very, very loud. I feel like when you guys have questions about things, or, you know, when you're seeking answers about certain situations, or even answers about yourself, you know that all the answers are within. So you guys typically do tend to seek within rather than without when it comes to self-discovery or just understanding things, period. Okay. So yeah, I hope you like this reading. Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. Let me know if it resonated, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys next time. When I travel far, you're on my mind. Hey, you know 3. What's up, guys? Happy Monday. Everyone's favorite day, I'm sure. We're gonna be looking at who are you really, okay? Five of Swords. Something about you guys is like kind of savage, I'm getting. And not like savage, but like, you know, you're not soft. You're like a tough cookie, or you could be a warrior spirit, or, you know, you speak your mind. You don't really care much if people are offended by you speaking your truth. That doesn't really like deter you or slow you down very much, okay? You guys are determined. You could be go-getters, you know. You could be detail oriented or very, very well planned out when it comes to building your future and planning for it. That's something that you take very, very seriously. And you also don't allow other people to slow you down. You don't allow others to get in your way, and you don't let other people's opinion sway your vision. Okay. So that's why I'm getting this energy of being very, very like headstrong, or you could be like a tough cookie, you know, or possibly even like your toughest critic as well. Okay. You could be a perfectionist, you know. Sometimes you could be a little bit too hard on yourself in the pursuit of perfection. But yes, I'm getting very, very focused, you know. Even when it comes to having to focus on one thing over a period of time, you guys have the power to do so without getting distracted, which is why you often meet your goal, because you don't get like sidetracked, you know. I feel like you know what you want. I also feel like you guys could be very smart when it comes to who you should collaborate with. You know, like who you would work very well with. You tend to only deal with people who are able to uphold their end when it comes to like responsibilities, especially regarding like you guys making your money, okay? Or people who you do involve in your, you know, financial pursuits. You keep people around you who think like you do or who are just as ambitious as you are. You could be very careful in the company that you keep, you know. I feel like you guys don't tend to hang around people who aren't aspiring towards anything or who aren't passionate about anything, you know. You like to be around people who know what they want just the same way that you guys do, okay? Who are you really? Ten of Swords. Goddess of Cups. You could be softy, you know. You could be soft. Depending on your zodiac sign. I know Cancer and Scorpios, they have like an exoskeleton. So it's kind of hard to break through that. But regardless, you know, there could have been energies who you did allow to get close to you, or energies who you have felt safe to share like your softer, sweeter side with. And there could be certain energies that you regret allowing, what the fuck? Hold on a second. That you regret having let that get too close to you, you know, or you feel like there's certain people that you shouldn't have trusted, or there could be regret around that as well when you look back at the past, or certain energies that you have put your trust in. That could also be why you guys are so like no nonsense when it comes to your inner circle, okay? It's like you could have had to face a harsh reality when it comes to like the real world. Do you know what I'm saying? Initially you could have like assumed everyone's intentions towards you were good, or you know, everybody had a kind heart like you do, or you know, something like that. Like with your interactions, you could have faced some sort of disappointment when it comes to those who you maybe have trusted in the past, okay? There could be a focus on this, you know. You could be looking back at it, or you could still be brokenhearted over certain things that have happened or interactions. And these are energies that you don't even talk to anymore, but you think about them, you know, you remember them. You may be wishing that things turned out differently in these circumstances, or wishing that, you know, things could have worked out with these energies. But you know, it's those boundaries that you've had to stand firm on, because it's like you can't allow people around you who will intentionally hurt or betray you or not take your feelings into consideration. Like I said, you guys could be very, very emotional. And the reason why I said Cancers and Scorpio with that exoskeleton is because like Cancers and Scorpios, they have a tendency to look really, really tough on the outside, you know. And they are tough. They are tough, I can say, especially those Scorpios. Oh my god. Cancers, we just have the mouthpiece. But Scorpios can fight. You guys could be a Scorpio as well. Yeah, I'm getting that. Who are you really? Eight of Pentacles. I'm so itchy. I should have put some lotion on. Sorry guys, I just took a salt bath. Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, so you may use like your work and those things that you're going after and those things that you're so like passionate and focused on kind of as a way to distract you from, you know, pain or disappointment or sadness in regards to your past. I feel like the way that you guys cope with that is by like burying yourself in your work, or, you know, focusing only on a goal, or staying busy, you know, or like staying on the move, or keeping your mind active, or keeping your mind busy as well. Or you could also have this tendency to like turn your pain into something creative, like a book or a poem, or, you know, a think piece or a YouTube video. It's like you guys have a way of communicating with others the things that you've been through. You have a way of like acknowledging others who have been through similar things, or making people feel like they have a safe space, or, you know, they have a community of people who understand them, where they can vent and where they could be themselves. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, you take that past betrayal and you like turn it into a profit, or you've made it profitable, or, you know, you found a way to make it work for you, where it's not really dragging you down, but where you are able to transmute it into something that's financially beneficial for you as well. Okay, or that could be something that you want to look into as well. Who are you really? I feel like you guys have like a higher perspective or a deeper understanding of certain things than most. Like your circumstances, why you went through certain things, who you are, and the way that you handle things, or, you know, even gaining an understanding of those people who have betrayed you, or the reason why, so that you can kind of like come to terms with it. Or, you know, it's like you have the ability to see above a situation, or to kind of get all the pieces of the puzzle, or gain like a deeper understanding to help you like cope with things. Okay, you guys do tend to look at things from a higher perspective, and I feel like when you go through things, or when people hurt you, you're the type to kind of understand, rather, I mean, not to say there's ever an excuse, but also you have the ability to identify certain things which may be going on in those individuals, which cause them to act out in certain ways. Okay, but yeah, you guys are the higher perspective, or you see things from a greater lens, and you're able to kind of like break it down and understand it on a deeper level, which is kind of also helping you guys to move on as well. You may understand human nature, or you could study, you know, people, or who are your ally? Ace of Swords. You have foresight. You have a very, very like strong foresight, or maybe even the ability to like see the future. And every time I say that, I always get dreams. I always get this energy of somebody being shown things through their dreams, or having premonitions. That could be true for you guys as well. But with this Ace of Swords, it has to do with your communication. Okay, your Six of Swords energy, it's like you have the ability to communicate things from a perspective of having been someone that's already healed, gained and grown from a situation. Okay, it's like when you communicate certain things, like I said, communication can play a major part in you guys' path, or, you know, truth speaking, or writing, or bringing clarity as well, or being able, I got amplified because I see that clear quartz right there on the sword. Something about like amplification of your words, or speaking very loudly or clear, or the energy that moves through you when you guys communicate. It's I don't know, someone could be speaking on a microphone or something, or be speaking very loud about certain like injustices or betrayals that you may have been through, or it's a part of your path to communicate and to speak about these things as well. Okay, but yeah, you you speak, but you're speaking from a space of having already like graduated from what you've been through, okay? Or kind of being able to like pull people up or help them through similar circumstances, all right? And that could be something that you're very, very passionate about, or something that you've grown passionate about, or could become more emboldened in, or more confident in, or self-assured in this communication, okay? All right. But yeah, I am getting this energy like you find peace within your work, or it's like it helps you to calm your mind, or you know, it makes the day go by faster. And this could be speaking on your literal job, or this could be something that you've created on your own, or like a talent or a gift of yours as well. But I feel like, you guys, the best way for you to clear your mind is like to be doing something, you know? So you could be like a busybody. You could like to keep your hands busy, or you could like to stay like active, or you could have a very busy schedule as well. Who are you really? Or you could also be someone that takes on like a lot of responsibilities in order to keep yourself busy. I feel like you're just at like mentally, you're at your best mentally when you're like doing something physical. 12, 12, 24, 40. Okay. Who are you really? Yeah, it's like shit, like, you know, when you meditate, you're typically like keeping still. But for you guys, I'm feeling like it's easier for you to enter in a meditative state when you're like moving. I don't know how to explain that, but I'm getting it. Yeah, see. See, sometimes you guys don't know when to chill out, or you don't like when it's time for you guys to take a break, or to chill, or to like sleep in. You don't like to keep still, you know what I'm saying? Even if you're being guided to rest, or you know, you're exhausted, or you need some time to like wind down, you know, it's something about you guys that's just like you don't want to keep still, even when you're being guided or instructed to keep still, okay? There are energies from your past that are contemplative. There are energies that can be obsessed with you, relationships that have passed on or passed away, or transitioned, or transformed. These energies could be very, very focused on you, or have their eye on you. Look at that, look at that. They have one eye closed. I never noticed that on this card. But yeah, this could also be like ties, like sexual or romantic ties from energies from your past, that you guys might want to release, or you could be needing to cut as well. Or we're guided to kind of cut these cords in the past with these past energies, which may have been toxic to you, toxic to your health, toxic to your well-being, mental, emotional, or otherwise. All right. But I do feel like there's this energy of these energies still being a bit focused on you. They could be regretful of the way that things turned out in your relationship. I do feel like there's a difficulty in letting go or releasing, you guys, because, you know, it's this energy of like, dang, I didn't know how good I had it when I was with group number 3, or I didn't recognize like the gift that you were when I had you, or, you know, there's these energies from the past that are very, very contemplative about your relationship. And I also feel like there's an obsession or an inability to release you because of that feeling of regret, you know, shame, loss, embarrassment. There are energies that could be wanting to kind of come forward and make things right with you guys, you know. So like, if you're wondering if these energies have like learned, or if they're able to see or recognize where things went wrong, in your dynamic or the part that they played. They think about it a lot. You know, I feel like energies have the tendency to contemplate on you, especially your absence, because you guys just make like this huge energetic impact on people. And these are energies or relationships which were meant to be temporary, but I do feel like you tend to be a catalyst for people's like spiritual or emotional development in that way as well. Okay. But yeah, you guys could be feeling like fresh, you know, you could be feeling renewed. You could feel as if you're being awarded like a new beginning, or you could be very, very excited about where your future is headed, very optimistic, or you could feel like the road ahead of you is very, very, you know, bright. And I'm getting this energy of you guys just being excited. You know, you could be excited to be alive. You could be excited about this project, or you could be excited about your career. But it's like whatever it is, you guys have a zest for life, and you have like a lot of energy to go out and make things happen for yourself because of this. Okay, all right, we're done. I hope you guys like this wrap, you know, like glad you guys came, and I hope you come back and visit me next time. And don't forget to like this video, and I appreciate you guys so much, especially my write-offs, you know, the ones that comment on my videos often. And you know, I just love you guys, I really do. And I'll be looking forward to you guys' comments too. But yeah, don't forget to like this shit. I think I already said that. I'm gonna shut up now. Bye.